My plans to aid the villagers are in jeopardy. The cottage is in disrepair. The roof leaks. Every piece of furniture is broken. The yard is overgrown, and my neighbour is disgruntled.
Pardon?
The cottage is in... Hasmik held up a hand.
Not the cottage. What's this about your neighbour?
Adeline attempted to prop a hip on the table, then remembered the uneven leg. Mr. Millstone may be handsome, but he's just as difficult and arrogant as my half-brother, even more so.
How handsome?
Adeline threw her hands in the air. Hasmik, did you not hear me? Mr. Millstone is rude. He arrived on my property and rudely accused me of disturbing his peace because of the dogs.
She chuckled. Perhaps there is some truth to his accusation. Those hunting dogs bark too much.
As I told him, it's not the dogs' fault. The farmer gave them chicken bones that upset their stomach. Romulus is doing better on his own. Thank goodness I was able to treat Remus's vomiting, and he's been drinking more and more water. Soon we can begin feeding him boiled meat. His barking and howling has already lessened.
Good news indeed. But is the barking the only reason your neighbour is upset?
Adeline bit her bottom lip. At first, but then Henry charged him.
Hasmik's jaw dropped. Your pig attacked a man.
I wouldn't say attacked, per se, though Mr. Millstone believes differently. You know Henry is friendly. The pig reacted to Mr. Millstone's harsh tone. Mr. Millstone pushed me behind him and attempted to stop Henry, and then we fell.
More like she fell on top of him.
Heat throbbed in her cheeks as she recalled their encounter. The press of her neighbour's body against hers was hard to forget. Not a touch of fat softened his hard chest, and then there were his large hands on her waist as he'd helped her up.
That was chivalrous of the man, but there must be more to the story.
Adeline let out a puff. He said, pigs cannot be pets.
Most would agree. What else?
Adeline shook off her inappropriate thoughts and tried to focus on the conversation at hand. Henry, in his overly affectionate manner, may have hurt the man.
Hurt him? Where?
When we got to our feet, Mr. Millstone flinched and cradled his forearm. I don't think it was entirely due to the force of stopping the pig, or the fall, based on the way we landed. Heat rushed to her cheeks again, and she cleared her throat. I suspect the man has a prior injury. Another person may not have noticed, but Adeline had seen the signs. Mr. Millstone's reaction, his flinching at the contact, then the way he'd held his arm, had alerted her. Hasmik shook her head in disapproval.
Perhaps you should pay this neighbour a visit.
Her neighbour's face flashed in her mind. He'd left abruptly, but not before he'd expressed his ire. Was it possible his anger was exacerbated by pain? Adeline shook her head. I do not think he would appreciate seeing me. Best if I focus on the cottage's repairs, so I can attend those who seek my help.
But you are already thinking of him, aren't you? You have a soft heart, Habibi.